Nod or shake reviews. Willie nod or Willie shake. Yeah!
Hello, Johnny here. Welcome to another thing of Nod or Shake reviews. Nod if it's good, shake if it's not so good. Either way, check it out because you might find your new favorite movie. As you can tell, there's a new background. New for probably just this one thing of Nod or Shake reviews. I don't know what I'm doing. Everybody is texting me right now. Stop! It's probably going to be a one-off. So enjoy. I have no idea what I'm doing. This is going to be edited, but there's like stuff over here. Hopefully this is playing something not terribly offensive. Alright, on to the review. By the way, YouTube, this is fair use, because I'm talking about stuff, so I can use this, so don't take this down if it works. Hopefully it's the trailer for Ballerina. I give it a nod. So we're gonna do a pros and cons thing. So let's do cons first. This was one of those movies, and I guessed it from the very beginning, and then I read an article on it later. This was definitely one of those movies you're watching, and you go like, somebody wrote this, and someone said, this is great. No one's gonna see it. Throw John Wick in there, and everybody will see it. I think that kind of takes it away from it a little bit. I think the action was so great that they didn't need John Wick, and because they had John Wick, everybody's just going to make comparisons to John Wick. It was almost like Eve, the main character. She's basically a John Wick as a woman, which is fine, but you also want to try to create your own character so people aren't going like John Wick. There was also a part where, the movie ended and there were these awesome, crazy action set pieces happening and people were talking about John Wick. So it's probably one of those situations where it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. John Wick right now is kind of one of the more popular action movies out right now, so anything with a hitman, hitwoman is probably just going to be automatically compared to John Wick. I don't think I've ever said the word John Wick so much in my life. So I think that's going to be a big problem. I think if they do make another one, which I hope they do, is I really would try to stray away from the John Wick universe. I just heard Jim Bobby scream into the distance. The other thing that I was kind of like, whatever. The plot was kind of like, I don't know, like some of the characters, like she's protecting a little girl, and by the time she protects and saves the little, spoilers, protects the girl, you're kind of just like, we barely know this girl she saved. We don't really care. I think they could have just done a revenge story. Just go, I'm going to kill this dude because I want to. And yeah, we're going to go. Pros, I love the action, man. The action was spectacular. Again, I think if you just kind of separate, which you can't because there's so many references. If you separate John Wick, it's just an awesome action movie with really cool. They have a fight scene with flamethrowers, and it's amazing. It's absolutely like, I was like, oh my god, this is great. So that was my favorite part of the whole movie. Anna de Darmus, one of those. She's great. Again, I think they could have worked a little better with the character, because again, she's a little too John Wick. She's out for revenge. She's got the tattoo on her back. She's part of this organization that kills people. I think they could have done a little better with her character to separate her from John Wick. Again, I think that's going to be the biggest the biggest detriment to this movie is just it's not going to be able to get away from the shadow that is John Wick. And I think they should have swung for the fences and go like, let's make a completely original character, original world, whatever. But unfortunately, people don't like original movies anymore. They want something to attach. There are some things that John Wick does that's really awesome. He's in the movie for about maybe 10 minutes, and every minute he's in is awesome. But, you know, again, you watch this 2-hour movie about this character, and this actually happened. Somebody walked out of the theater and be like, man, John Wick was so cool. It's like, kind of defeats the purpose of making this entire movie. So yeah, that's it. I give it a nod. You're either watching the trailer of Ballerina or you're just watching a green screen. I have no idea. Alrighty, thanks for cringing. See you next time. Bye. I bet you didn't know I was holding a microphone the whole time. Bye-bye.
Thanks for cringing.